Peace, peace, peace. Peace, love, and light. Healing through inspiration. Hey, it is a great, glorious day. I had to switch it up on y'all. I had to give you a daytime video. Show off the sun a little bit. Yeah, people of the sun. I love the sun. The sun must definitely boost your mood. The sun must definitely boost your mood, man. For real. It boosts your mood because, I was facing some challenging aspects. I'll say that. I was facing some challenging aspects. Let me not hang my phone over here. I don't want my phone to drop in the water. I'll be hurt. I already dropped it earlier. And it cracked. Isn't that crazy? Look, I'm just laughing about it too. This is funny. Ooh, man, look at that, yo. Look at that sun, man. Yeah, can y'all see it? Yeah, man, that's beautiful. I love the sun, man. Over here. Got a sun gaze. You dig? Let me sit right here. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was saying, I'm facing some challenging aspects as far as me doing this funnel, and then with I'm sitting there trying to read because in the 30-day challenge they said, hey, and a lot of times in the 30-day challenge they refer back to, they said do the expert secrets book, the expert secrets book, the Epiphany Bridge story. They said you really got to understand that concept. And that's what I said. You know what? I was gonna further advance. I was gonna try to further advance because I was really behind. This challenge thing. It's like freaking every day. And I'm gonna say this again. They said they tell you an hour a day or 2 hours. It's not that. It's not even possible. I really think they should change that narrative and just say that it's gonna take longer than amount it is for one mission a day. Because if you got videos that are like an hour long, an hour long, and then nigga, what are you eating? What are you eating, bro? Are you eating a leaf, nigga? What the frick are you eating, my nigga? Are you eating grass? You freaking dog. Silly ass. Oh, by the way, peasants up. You see how we coming? You feel me? Chop. Nigga, what the frick are you eating, bro? What are you eating, my nigga? Spit it out then. Are we dying on me, nigga? Stupid ass. But I was gonna say about the ClickFunnels thing. I would just wish that they would have told you from the get-go, because I was gonna do it regardless. Because I signed with Coach Tanisha Marie, and I wish they would have did something as far as, they would have just let us know, because I would have been able to prepare more. Because if you just telling me it's an hour a day or 2 hours a day, I feel like it's you being a little bit disingenuous. Because if you got the lesson where it could be a 1 hour video, and then Stephen talking, and then you got Jim Edwards, and then you got Julie and Russell, all of them, it's gonna be at least 2 hours. It's more than that, really more than that, just as far as with the information. Then you gotta pause it and take notes, because you gotta take notes. You gotta take notes if you really want to know this stuff. But then you're also in a race for the clock. But this is like value information. It's like I feel like you kind of be like of a dummy not to take notes, especially with something like this. This is lifetime information. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't do the course. This course is life changing. This is like probably the greatest information I've probably ever received from a course. I can most definitely say that. And it's just kind of like giving you the ins and outs of like business, and it's kind of like Whereas, and I like too, as well as they're going in depth as far as to simplify it. And it kind of relates to what Grant Cardone says. You know, the best ideas are made simple. Best ideas are made simple. Uh, and it's really life changing. I'm like, wow. I'm like, a lot of times I'm thinking like, yo, I really signed up for this course. This is amazing. This is probably like this is the best thing. I gotta say it again. It's the best course I ever took, yo. Shoot. And the Expert Secrets. I'm glad I got the book, and I've read the book. You know, cause I bought the book. Shoot, feel like 2 years ago. Feels like 2 years ago. Yeah, I can say that because I bought the book when it came out, and I got the book. That was like one of my first Russell Brunson books I bought. Pardon. And at first, what I know what I was doing wrong. I guess what I was doing wrong in order, I guess, following that system is one. I guess it needed a tractable character. Needed a tractable character, and with the tractable character, I was mostly focused on, I guess, what our vision, how we were doing things. We're focused on, you know, being a rather be known for our works than just the person itself, because it kind of goes like with artists who are well-known artists. They paint pieces, and then as well as they just get so well known that when they can just put up anything, and it's like, oh, it's them. They're getting the recognition of the painting just off their name, when it really wasn't much effort, and it really wasn't done that well. So that's just kind of why I didn't do it. But I kind of, the reason why it kind of got me too, as far as being the one, I guess, main attractive character with this, is that, you know, a lot of the stuff that we talk about or we do, you know, share, as far as even culture wise, it takes courage. It most definitely takes courage. It most definitely takes courage. A lot, you know, you speak about your culture, just the fact of the matter that you claim that you're American, you know, that you claim that you're American. And I think you hear a lot of people that they just claim it, but they don't actually live it. What do I mean by that? Well, look at the so-called Jew. How do they let you know who they are before they open their mouth? They wear a kippah on their head. And then with the East Indian, they wear a hijab. I'm sorry. Well, some, I'm sorry. But they wear a red dot on their forehead, turban, and then the Sikh, they have a dagger at their hip. And then the Muslims, they wear a hijab, and then the males wear a kufi, the little cap, and the Africans wear the dashikis. And then when it comes to the American, or the so-called African American, what is their culture? what is their culture? Well, how do you let me know who you are before you open your mouth? Because everybody else does, most definitely. And with that, just taking your feathers, because I wear this on my job. I was getting harassed and discriminated at my job. Because this is my culture, this is how I live. Everybody else gets to sit there and wear their culture. But yet when it comes to me, Ace. But yet when it comes to me, it becomes an issue. It becomes an issue. And I most definitely felt a lot of discrimination for it. But you know, it's just something you gotta stand on. It's something you gotta stand on. You gotta stand on something. And a lot of people don't have the courage. I've literally talked to many of them, and they said, oh, they tried it. And I think they say it because it's cool. Like, oh yeah, I know I'm American. I know I'm a so-called Indian, but you don't live it. You don't live it. And that's a big issue, because as far as with I guess with the group, is that they're just talkers. And I'm not entirely against talking, because there needs to be some sort of planning, but as far as with action taking, that is not prevalent. That is not prevalent at all. But on to what I was saying about people who say, "Oh yeah, I know I'm a so-called," I know they try to act like they know that they're original inhabitants, but then with original inhabitants, I'm like, "Oh, where are your feathers?" Like, not here, and not. I'm like, "What? What do you mean not here?" You can have a case of discrimination. You can have a lawsuit. Then you won't have to worry about a job, nigga. You won't have to worry about a job then if that's your culture attire. And but they're scared. They're scary. And this kind of relates back to what brother DJ Gambler, shout out to brother DJ Gambler, said that about 2/3 of the blacks are Sambos. And ever since he said that ratio to me, it's been resonating in my head. It's kind of like, it has to be true. It has to be true, as far as even action taken and what's just being done. It's just a lot of unnecessary talk, a lot of unnecessary action. They're rather, it's just not intelligence. Like, just thinking, eating the McDevils. McDevils, and McDevils, we read an article as far as, like a couple of years ago of some sort, that you can't even get a salad in 31 or 38 McDonald's in the United States. But yet, people still go there. You got no business being there, man. And as far as a lot of people just make their own fate. And if they monetize and all of them, I don't even blame them. As long as they're using it in order to benefit, against those that are trying to make a positive effort in their life. Because other than that, I could just like them, they could care less. So I mean, why should you? Because you should only care about the people that are trying to make a change for the better. So yeah. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make a change for better. That's why we came up with this, because a lot of people are in pandemonium and terrified over this coronavirus. We have a coronavirus proof system course, so you no longer have to be scared, and you can have the knowledge in order to heal yourself. You dig? That's what we have that. And if you want to get that, make sure you hit the link in the description box below. And if you also want one-on-one coaching session, you can contact us. And we got that information as well as in the description box below. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share this too. Share this to whoever needs it. Because as you see, we've been uploading every day for sure. Peace, love, and light, y'all.